Is it good to have credit card debt? Absolutely yes. So for some of you, I'm going to blow your mind. Now remember, Susie Orman, Dave Ramsey, brilliant at Safe and Stable. I am the Millionaire Maker. We do debt and credit very differently. So some of you are going to have to unlearn a lot. So get a pen and paper. We've got to reorganize your entire process of using credit cards. So 3 things I want to talk about. We're going to start with the definition of good and bad debt. People think they know it, they don't use it right, and actually they let their bad debt thinking run their entire life, which is a really bad idea. Number 2, I'm going to talk about the importance of the first 30, 40, 50 days of being credit worthy and being fundable, making sure that you stay in that range, and what keeps you healthy using cards properly. So you don't have to live within your means. That's a totally old school comment. Why don't you make enough money to live the means you want? So I want you to grow into what you want instead of restrict yourself from everything you want you can't have, and you live this little victim life. So we're not doing that anymore. Number 3, how do you leverage credit cards and really make them what I call investment cards? Because there is a way to do it and arbitrage great debt. So let's start with what's the difference between good debt and bad debt. So in its most simple terms, bad debt is just stuff. You just overshopped, you bought stuff. Why do you have bad debt? Here's the big bell ringing. The only reason you have bad debt is you outlived your ability to make money, which means you got a paycheck or your company's making money, it's not making enough, and your bills are stacking up beyond what your ability to make. So is refinancing and being out of debt really the problem? No, it is you need to learn to make more money, is the ultimate answer to bad debt. You say, well, how do I do that? Well, I want you to come to my Millionaire Intensive. Click on the link below. I'm going to give you 2 tickets to our Millionaire Intensive where I teach you to make money in a marketplace. And a marketplace are fabulous. There's about 3 hours of the 8-hour period. It's every 3 weeks on a Thursday. So if you can't come this Thursday, then come in 3 weeks on that Thursday and come back every Thursday. Why wouldn't you? You're going to get free leads and have 3 hours guaranteed system and a setup in a forum for you to make money. So good debt is leverage debt. So good debt would be debt on mortgages. Believe it or not, I'm going to say vehicles because vehicle financing is so cheap. And if you get it right in different specials, you can get it for 0, 1, 2%. So why would you ever pay off a vehicle? And if you're one of those people who are going to flip your vehicles anyway, it's just a burn of cash. And when you're a business owner, it's 100% deduction. So why wouldn't you just use it as one of those line item expenses? But to lay down 40, 50, 60,000 on a vehicle that's going to sit in your driveway and depreciate? Really? Odd. Now, later in life, and if it's an old vehicle, that's different. You pay them off. I'm talking about the new vehicles that some of you are out there buying. So good debt is real estate debt. It's just arbitrage, right? So if you can get cheap money, right? Cheap money, 2, 3, 4% money, and you can invest it for 12, 15, 20%, right? The difference, you might pay a little for the money, but you're making the money. The difference could be 12 points. So you put $100,000 to work, you basically are printing money. You just made yourself $1,000 a month, $12,000 for the year. So why wouldn't you go get $100,000? I mean, when anyone gives lines of credit where it's 0% financing, and yes, you stay within the rules and you can invest it, or even if it's small amount of interest, why would you ever pay it off? When I own my private plane, it was 1.89% interest. Why would I ever pay off a $3 million aircraft? You wouldn't. You just pay, right? It's a monthly expense that the company pays. Company writes it all off. It's 100% deduction. So yeah, you have to make the money to do it, but why would you ever pay off and have $3 million parked in one asset? Or to the same point with your house, 400,000 or 500,000 parked in a house, $1 million parked in a house, makes no sense. Why aren't you putting that money to work? So good debt, we are huge fans of. In fact, I have tons of videos and playlists. If you go to my search channel, make sure you click up there and just start like listening, binge watch. If you binge watch 25 hours, I'll put a link below on how to binge watch this channel. 25 hours, I'll give you $750 of tuition credit towards some new learning. Super fun stuff. Now let's go on. So the biggest challenge with credit cards is when you get them. So when you first get them, and even if you are a student, I'm going to go back to student athletes, your scholarship money is income. So a lot of you, you're making the mistake from the beginning when you fill out your credit card application that you're making zero income. That's not true. If you're on a scholarship, which also means usually your cost of living, you're getting your housing, you're getting tons of clothes, you're getting a lot of food. So all of that is included. That is income. So call it $72,000, $100,000. Add it up. What's your scholarship worth? Depending on the school, it's going to be a varied number, but that is income. If you do not put income on a credit card application, you're going to get $250, $500. You do credit card applications the way I'm going to teach you to do credit card applications, you're going to get $2,500, $5,000, $10,000. If you are more mature adult or have some family backing, you get as much as $100,000 on credit cards. You say, what do I do with them? Nothing right now. I just want you to have access to cash. I can't imagine what it's like living with no access to any capital or ability to move. Especially you students, you're somewhere at a university, you don't even have a credit card. I mean, if you had an emergency, could you even have enough room on a credit card to fly home to see your mom and dad or your family? I mean, come on. We got to totally straighten this out. So the importance of that first 30 days. So once you apply and get cards, you want to do it all in a 24 to 48 hour period. So if you're going to go apply for 5 or 6 cards, I know a lot of you do not know these rules and you're doing it wrong. You're applying for one, a couple weeks later you apply for another. Those are hard credit pulls, which every time you pull, depending on what you've done in your credit, it could drop as much as 50 points. So you want to do it all in one period of time, apply for 5 and 6, get as much as you can. And then how to use them, pay them off every 30 days. Just because you do have these big limits doesn't mean you spend it all because you're not making enough money to pay it. The way you keep 0% on all your cards is you make sure you pay it every 30 days. Make sure that you're actually using a lot of those cards. So typically you're going to use a primary card for your business, whatever your business is. You say, well, I don't have a business. Well, you need one. And again, you're going to go to my Millionaire Intensive. You're going to come to my marketplace. And you're going to learn why you need a business because you can't activate the tax code and deduct anything if it's just you making money and you have a job. The first 30 days, once you get these cards and starting to utilize them is critical. All of them need a little bit on them. You may want to allocate one for gas, one for food, one for just personal fun and spending, one for kids, one for however you want to do it. Allocate the cards and use them meticulously. If there's you and a business, you use them separately. So every time you buy something, you want to think, is this deductible? Could this be a deduction? Use your company credit card. But having credit card debt, as long as you pay it off all the time, it's actually okay. And depending on the amount of interest that you have and have to pay, that's where it gets messy. But mostly those kinds of situations happen because you're buying bad debt stuff and you're not making enough money. Let's solve the right problem. I want to see you at my Millionaire Intensive. Now, before I talk about the last point, I want you to subscribe to the channel, click the notification button. We're here 5 days a week for you. I don't need to do this for my health. I do it for you because I know a lot about business and finance and money, and I know how to help guide you and help you. So in the link below, I want you to sign up for a free strategy session. I want you to talk to one of our team members. Let us help you reorganize your entire framework with money, down to your bank accounts, how you bank, where do you put your money, how do you do your credit, how do you do your credit cards. So last thing I want to talk about, which is a little more sophisticated, is how credit cards can be investment cards. So you can get 0% financing. It costs a little bit of money to get it, but you can get, say, $150,000. Here is how that becomes an investment card. Number one, you use the money to get a database, get incorporated, and get your team and structure set up. Another way you can use it is a rehab. I love using fix and flip money for this because it comes on credit cards or it comes through a wire. You get the money, you can put a down payment. If you had $150,000, you could easily do a down payment on a property, have enough that you could buy all the supplies, all the materials, pay it all. That's 0% financing versus hard money loans, which are 12, 15, 18% plus some points. So this is like free money. Yes, you're going into $150,000 of debt, but you're doing it against a good asset that eventually you're going to sell, pay off all those cards first and pay off that debt, live on the profit, and do it again and again and again. Zero is free. It's free money. So why wouldn't you do it even though it feels like debt? So let me help you. Make sure you search the bar for anything around good debt, bad debt. Binge watch this channel. I'll see you at my Millionaire Intensive. And at any point, if you have any questions, go to askloral.com, AskLoral.com. We'll talk tomorrow.